Hello students, today we are going to understand about question tags. This is a very simple topic, but sometimes the children actually commit mistake in this simple topic also. Why they commit mistake? Because they are not aware of the rules of the question tags. So before I begin, I want to tell you what are question tags. Question tags are basically the short questions that are formed at the end of the statements. How do we form it? This is what we are going to learn through the rules and then followed by a small exercise. So what kind of question tags do we have? Isn't she? Aren't you? These are negative tags. Why these are negative tags? Because it has not. Not. We have used the contraction here. Is she? Are you? These are positive question tags. Okay. So what are the rules of the question tags? The first rule of the question tag says positive statement will always have a negative tag. Let's take an example. She is a teacher. So now this statement is a positive statement. So what kind of tag we are going to have? What kind of question tag we are going to have? We are going to have a negative tag. So how are we going to find it out? First of all, where is the helping verb in this sentence? The helping verb is. So you should always remember, you have to, in order to form a question tag, you have to take a helping verb first. Since it is a positive statement and we have to make a negative tag out of it, so how are we going to make it? Isn't she? She is a pronoun here. Always remember, you are going to take out the helping verb from the positive statement plus not an apostrophe T and she. She is again a pronoun. So this is how you have taken up and formed a negative tag. Do you remember in the last video of tenses, I discussed with you about the 4 magical fingers of tenses. I have here written all the 4 magical fingers. What are the helping verbs of the present tense? Is, am, are. Similarly, for past tense, was, were. Future tense, will, shall. Has, have, had. For perfect tense. So these do, does, did. These were all helping verbs. So in order to form a question tag, you have to first identify the helping verb. Okay. So the first rule says, for the positive statement, you have to form a negative tag. So she is a teacher, is a helping verb. So now out of is only you have to form a negative tag. Isn't she? This is a negative tag. Most of the students, what mistake they generally do, they make this I capital. You cannot do that. It has to be in a small letter. Why? Because this is in continuation of this sentence. You are not beginning with this question tag. It is in the continuation with this sentence. So it will stay in small letter only. Okay. Similarly, the rules 2 says, with the negative statement, you have to form a positive tag. How are you going to form it? Let's see. They are not here. They aren't here. Now tell me, where is the helping verb in this sentence? Are and not. Not is again a negative statement. It represents a negative statement. Now I have to form a positive tag out of the negative statement. How am I going to do it? Are they? Are they? This is how I am going to form the positive tag. In the similar manner, so rule 1, positive statement with negative tag. Negative statement with positive tag. In the same manner, similarly, in rule number 3, use the same auxiliary or modal verb in the tags. So this is very simple. In the same manner, you are going to make it. He can swim. What is the modal verb here? Modal verb is can. So I have to make a negative tag out of it. How am I going to do that? Can't he? So I am picking up the pronoun like this. If I tell you a short key or easy trick to do it, you can make a formula out of it. What is the formula for this? This can be done like this. For example, how will you form a helping tag for the positive statement? For the positive, you can say like this, helping verb plus N apostrophe T. This represents, it's a contraction for not, okay? Plus pronoun. And for the negative statement, the rule can be like this. I have not done anything, I have just formed a short key to remember it. You can say HV stands for helping verb. Plus, since in the positive tag we don't need this, okay? So when we don't need this, simply we are going to add pronoun, helping verb plus pronoun. Now we were on this rule. So use the same auxiliary modal verb in the tag. He can swim. This is a positive statement. We have to form a negative one. So we are going to use the same modal verb. Can't he? He is a pronoun. So helping verb plus pronoun. Okay. But what if there is no auxiliary verb, no helping verb at all? What will you do in that case? You have to use do, does, did. This is rule number 4. If no auxiliary verb is in the sentence, then you have to use do, does and did. For example, they play cricket. You don't have any helping verb. They is a pronoun, play is a verb. No helping verb in between. So you have to use. For example, if I form a question, how will I do it? Do they play cricket? But I have to negate it. I have to use a negative sentence out of it. So I will write don't they. So always remember that there are going to be the statements in which you will not at all have any kind of auxiliary verb. When you will not have auxiliary verb, you have to use do, does and did. You have to see which one will fix the best. You will get to know in the further sentences about it. So they play cricket is a positive statement. I have to use a negative tag. How am I going to do that? I am going to use do, does, did. Why I am going to use that? Because there is no helping verb. There is no is, am, are, was, were, will, shall, has, have, had, do, does, did. Nothing is given. So we are actually checking with these 3 verbs. This is what we discussed here also. These were all helping verbs. Is, am, are, was, were, will, shall, has, have, had. Right? In the similar manner, let's come back to rule number 4. So, quick recap. Positive statement, negative tag. How you are going to do it? With the helping verb plus not plus pronoun. In the similar manner, for the negative statement, you are going to make a positive tag. If the auxiliary verb or modal verb like can, may, these kind of modal verbs are used, then you are going to use the same modal verb here also. But always remember, with the positive statement, you have to make a negative tag out of it. And when there is no auxiliary verb, then you are going to use do, does and did. Similarly, let's come back to the next page. Go back to the next page. Now the next statement says, I am. This is something which generally the children, they don't know about it and they generally commit mistake in these kind of sentences. I am. I am takes aren't I. So this you have to remember. For I am, when you are changing it, it will always take aren't I. Aren't is the another key that you have to use. For example, I am late. So it's written I am. How are you going to replace it? You are going to use aren't I. Similarly, the last rule, which is again a very simple rule, pronoun should match the subject. Whatever is the subject, you are going to match with the pronoun. Okay. For example, Riya is dancing. So Riya is a girl, she. So when I have to change it, when I have to make a question tag, I cannot use Riya. I have to use pronoun. Always remember. So how are you going to do it? Is will get changed into isn't she. Right? So this she is matching with the noun. Pronoun is matching with the subject. Okay? Now this, after these rules, we are going to solve this small exercise so that you have a fair idea about your understanding of this topic. Shall we begin? Okay. They are coming to the party. Can you tell me where is the helping verb in this sentence? The helping verb is are. And this statement is positive or negative? This statement is positive. There is no not here. They are coming to the party. So there is no not here in this entire sentence. How are you going to make it? You have to bring the helping verb first here. Okay? Are. Now I have to make it a negative sentence because it's a positive statement. I have to make a negative tag. Aren't apostrophe T. I have replaced O and apostrophe is there to make it aren't. Aren't the pronoun. Aren't they? This is how you're going to solve these questions. Now the other one. She can sing very well. Now first thing I have identified that this is a positive statement. There is no not here. Where is the modal verb in this sentence? The modal verb is can. Now how am I going to make a tag out of it? I have to bring this modal verb here. Can't, because I have to make a negative tag because this is a positive statement. Can't, again the pronoun. Can't she? Similarly, you don't like coffee. When I change it into up, now I have to make this is a negative statement. Okay, I have to use a positive tag. How will I do that? I will write down instead of don't, I have to make it positive. So I will write do. Do you? This is how you're going to solve it. Everything needs to be, these tags needs to be in small letters only. You cannot capitalize it because it is in continuation of these sentences. Now we should respect our parents. This is a positive statement, and which kind of tag you have to make? With positive statement you have to make a negative tag. So look for the modal verb should, right? So I will bring should, but remember it should be a negative tag. So what I am going to do, I am going to use a contraction. Shouldn't we? Right? This is how we are going to make the tags. Okay? He has not finished. He hasn't finished his homework. This is a negative statement. So what kind of tag are we going to make? We are going to make a positive tag. Okay? So how are we going to make? Has with no not. Has is a helping verb. So I have brought has here as a helping verb. Right? Has he? Okay? This is how you are going to make it. Similarly, it is a beautiful day. Now it's a positive statement. What kind of tag I have to make? I have to make a negative tag. And where is the helping verb in this sentence? This is a helping verb, is. So how are you going to make it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Similarly, you were late yesterday. This is a positive statement. I have to make a negative one. So how am I going to make it? This is the helping verb. I have to bring the helping verb here. Weren't you? Similarly, she won the prize. Very good sentence. Now this is the this is the point where you are going to recall the rule. Now we don't have a helping verb in this sentence, but one represents the past tense. Okay, so now I have to make a question tag. When we don't have a helping verb, which three words we have to use? We can use do, we can use does and did. Now since V2 verb second form, this is V2 verb ka second form. So what are we going to use? We are going to use did, right? Did she? Similarly, this sentence, she won the prize. So this was a positive statement and we were supposed to make a negative tag. So what should be the negative tag? It should be didn't she? They won't tell anyone. So this is a contraction of will not. This is a contraction of will not. Okay. So I have to make a will not. It's a negative statement. So I have to make a positive tag out of it. How will I do it? I will bring the helping verb will, they. This will be the answer in this class. Now, again you have to recall the rule. I am your friend. Now I told you in rule number 5, I am your friend. What is being I am replaced with? I am is replaced with aren't. Okay. So how are you going to write? You are going to write like this. Aren't I? Why I have made a negative tag? Because this statement is a positive one. This is how you should form the question tags, and bye bye for now, and I hope you really enjoyed learning question tags in a much more simpler way through all these 6 rules which I have discussed with you. Bye bye for now.